Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I think it's only 20. Hold on, y'all. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Or good afternoon. I said good morning. Good afternoon. Hold on, everyone. I'm just setting up really quick. Hello, everyone. Hi. Thank you for the sun. Thank you for the sun. Thank you for the 100. Thank you for the cherries. Welcome, everyone, to It Takes a Village with Jess. Hi. Hello. Welcome, everyone. How is everyone doing? Hello. Welcome. Hi, everyone. Just so you guys know, I am 20K away from my top badge application loading. All right. Just letting you guys know. So, hey, whoever steals it, let's go. And 8.8 loading. So, hey, make it happen. So, thank you. Welcome, everyone, to It Takes a Village with Jess. We have two amazing, beautiful women. Okay. Thank you, DJ Brad. So we have two amazing women. We have Ivy and Kim in the building. I am so excited. I'm so excited for you guys to hear their stories. So welcome, right? It takes a village with Jess. There is no perfect manual how to be the perfect parent and about our childhood. So today we have two amazing, beautiful people. We have Kim Possible and we have Ivy in the building. Um, they are just amazing queens. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Yes, purple. Okay, we're doing purple poison today. So, hi, Dom. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Listen, just a few little announcements. Okay, thank you guys for the fave. Make sure you guys hit the faves. Listen, by the end of the month, my goal is to hit 8,000 faves. All right, so make sure that faves are for free. Faves are free. Mariposa, gracia, mi amor. Listen, please remember there's no cursing throughout the show. This is a recorded show. Make sure you guys hit me with a fave on my Instagram and my YouTube. So if you guys ever miss the show, if you guys ever miss the show, it is on my YouTube channel. So subscribe. Yes. So once you guys are kicked out, like outlaw, you're gonna be kicked out. So like this, watch this. Look at how fast this is. You see that? You will forever be kicked out and you will never be let into the show again. So you are it's unfortunately never back in. So yes, people's fingers work. And if you guys don't know who I am Jessica. Listen, this is Jessica's safe house. Jessica's safe house. Please respect me, but mostly please respect my guests. They are my featured guests. So with that being said, let me just do something really quick. So hold on one moment. Yes, have to lay down the laws because you know what? I will never allow anyone to be disrespectful. Respect is huge in my stream. With that being said, just give me one moment, y'all. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. I appreciate you guys. So let me just do something really quick, you guys. I apologize for this. I should have did this prior. I just got caught up. I get excited. Set my profile. Teddy, respect. That's right, Dom. All right, y'all. So, welcome everyone. Hi, everyone. Thank you guys for the fave. Thank you so much for the fave. Faves are free. So, welcome you all to It Takes a Village with Jess. right? GQD Mellow. All right, guys, welcome to It's My Featured Show, talking about It Takes a Village with Jess. We have two amazing, beautiful women. We are going to have a little twist on today's show. So today's show, we have two beautiful women, and hopefully you guys hear their story. So today, coming to the stage, we have the amazing Kim Possible. So what I need you guys to do is just sit back, listen, right? So just listen to their story. All right. Please be respectful. One more time. Thank you guys for coming through. I will be shouting out the top three gifters. All right, which right now the top three gifters are Steph, DJ Brad, and Teddy. So thank you guys so much for coming through. Let's go.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Kim. How are you, love?
I'm good.
Oh, all right. So before we start, because people always forget, first and foremost, thank you so much for being part of my show, love.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. So before anything, because I don't want to miss this, where can people find you streaming?
They can find me streaming on my, well, they can check out my Instagram. I post when I go live in my stories. I don't have a set time, so that's the best way to find out. I post blasts, but not everybody checks blasts, so always say Instagram stories is the best way to find out when I'm going live. I don't have a set schedule.
Love it. I love it. Okay. So thank you so much for your first gift. Okay. So first and foremost, right? I let everyone welcome everyone to It Takes a Village with Jess. So okay. So everyone, this is Kim Possible. So I was a young mom, right? I was 21 years old in college. I had no business having a baby at 21. So do you have any children, Miss Kim?
I don't have any children.
You
I
don't.
have pet children though.
You have pet children. And Miss Kim, how old are you?
I am 32.
You're 32 and I am 36, y'all. So that's all right. So there's I bet you there's a lot of people in here too that have pet children, and that is perfectly okay. And we're going to dive into that a little bit deeper. So tell me about your village. Like, who helped raise you as a child?
Yeah, so my mom and my dad and my grandma, I say, would help raise me as a child.
They help raise you as a child. So that's interesting. So for me, being raised, right? So my parents were divorced. I was raised in a single parent house, but in the beginning it was my mother and my grandmother. So it's funny because I wasn't raised with my father. I was just raised with my mother. So that's when I was raised with just my mother. So, okay. So you were raised with your mother, your father, and your grandmother.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, um, so do you feel, so 30, you said 32,
Yes, 32.
32 and no children.
No
So
children.
a lot of people think being 32 with no children, um, do you feel like you missed, okay, so first and foremost, do you how do you feel, do you feel like you were being raised, because I know when we talked a little bit, so tell me your upbringing a little bit, um
Yeah, yeah, so,
about
uh,
that.
my mom was pretty much like a stay-at-home mom when I was growing up. She did have some side jobs, like she worked some babysitting. She was a basketball coach at my elementary school. She had some side jobs, so she didn't not work, but she took care of me a lot because my dad was mostly at work 24/7 most of the time. So she did the uh, taking care of me. My dad did the financial side of things, and then sometimes I would go to my uh, grandparents, my grandma's, and she would babysit some. times, so that's where my grandmother comes in to things.
which most people do, right? That's most households do. So dad was the provider, mom took care, and then grandma stepped in, which I believe in the comments how many of our houses didn't take care of that. Most of our houses, that's most of our houses had to step in. I think most of our households, that was kind of our situation. Now, do you feel like you missed out on anything, such as being raised in a household like that?
Um, Not really. I feel like, everybody is raised differently, and I think that um, as we grow older, um, everybody's different, and we learn different things from everybody, from different people, and it's just amazing to see how different people are raised and are treat or grow up in different households.
Yes. So, how do you define home, Kim? What is home for you?
Home for me is a place where people just support you to where you have a roof over your head, where you have food on the table, clothes on your body. It's just a place where you are you have people supporting you, and it's just it's it's just a place where you feel you can you don't want to run away from.
Ooh, I love the fact that you said a place that you don't want to feel, that you don't want to run away from. So, would you say that where you feel safe
Yeah,
and where you feel loved?
yeah.
I like that. So now, being 32, right, and not having children, do you feel, right, that society puts pressure on us women to have children at 32 and not having children? What does that feel like, you being a woman, right, at 32 and not having children? What does that feel, and what pressure, what do you go through on an everyday basis? Like, what are the pros of cons of not being a parent at 30?
Yeah, so everybody's different. I see everybody around me like having kids, getting married, and and it's like at the same time, it's just like, oh, I want that to happen for me. Sometimes life throws different plans, and it's just like things are gonna happen in due time when they happen.
Mm.
And so I've had a lot going on in my life personally, and I'm just used to being on the slow side of things and getting to achieving goals like getting married, having a family, and stuff like that, and and not just like and I'm okay with where I am right now, but yes, eventually someday I want those things to happen.
So do you want children?
So I have some personal issues medically wise going wrong with me, and I'm not sure if I'm capable of having kids. I mean, like, I'm sure I'm capable, but like I would I would want to talk to my doctor more in depth about that. But if I am not capable of having kids, um, I would definitely consider maybe adoption, because there are a lot of kids out there with no parents at all who live in foster homes and stuff, and would definitely be up for that. But financially and stuff, like, need to get my life together.
I love that. I love that. I love the word adoption too, though, Kim. Like, honestly, I have a son, and every day he asks me, like, "Hey, mom, can we adopt a child?" And let me tell you, Kim, and Steph is in here, and she's my witness. Like, if I was financially stable, I would adopt every child that there is in the world. Like, I love children. As to why I have this show, right? It takes a village with just like, so I love that answer. And you know what? With due time, and I hope and pray whatever is meant for you is going to be meant for you. And I love that answer. You know what? That is what's meant for you is meant for you. And I love that. And thank you for sharing that, by the way. I
Of course.
appreciate your honesty and your rawness. And that's what I appreciate about you. You're amazing, by the way. If you guys don't know a little bit about Kim, Kim does music, y'all. Did you guys know that? If you guys haven't hit her with a follow or a favorite, she does music. Okay, this one over here. Um, if you could have pictured or painted the perfect upbringing, right? What would that look like for you?
The perfect upbringing. Um, I guess maybe just having my dad around more, and because like I said, at first he was more financially providing, and he wasn't always around, and it's just like he came in when I was 15 years old because my mom moved away out of state,
Mm,
and so when I was 15 he became the primary parent in the household, and he had no idea how to take care of me, so he was kind of lost, and it was kind of like trying to figure it out.
yeah, it's interesting how the men, when they don't know how to figure it out. But did he end up getting it, or did he still baby you, act like he's still, like you were the baby?
Yeah, so I mean, still to this day, and at 32, I mean, I still live with him, and yeah, he tries to act like I'm a child, and I keep having to remind him like, oh, I'm this age, remember that, and like, and it's just like, cause like there's a lack of a little support and independence, like he hasn't allowed me, he doesn't want me to get my driver's license, he doesn't think I'm capable of it, like
Mm.
he has just like a lot of negative sides to things, and it's just like I'm wondering if it's because he wants to keep me around because he didn't get to uh, be with me for my childhood.
That could, that sometimes could be it. I think as a parent, now I'm going to speak as a parent, sometimes parents, sometimes we don't know how to let go our guilt. Kim, sometimes our own guilt sometimes holds us back, but our children, right? Our children, our children, sometimes when they tell us the truth, that's communication is key. Just like in any relationship, our children, when they talk to us and tell us the truth, that's the best part of our children. They are able to express and tell us, hey, we got this. And sometimes as parents, we kind of forget that our kids are able to talk to us and tell us like, hey, we got it, we're capable. And because we love, you guys are the love of our lives, sometimes we forget that you have it. So, you know what? I hope that that eventually lets you spread those beautiful wings of yours, Kim. So,
Yeah,
you know what? Communication is key. Okay, bonus come through. Shout out to my top three gifters. All right. Did you see my eyes? All right. Um, well, I have a question too. Um, how would you like to be remembered, right? There's a few. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome to It Takes a Village with Jess. We're doing things a little bit differently today. We actually have two amazing, beautiful women. We have two beautiful women that path life took a little bit different paths. We're talking about our childhood, right? So um another question for you is, how would you like to be remembered in your parents' eyes?
um and I want to be remembered in my parents' eyes that that I was a hard worker, and that I um did my best at everything, and I never let anything get to me.
Yeah. I just got a little emotional, y'all. This question always gets to me. This one always gets to me. Um, so, I'm sorry. Oh my God, this is such a mom moment of me. I'm sorry, Kim. I'm sorry. Oh, all right. And so Kim, is that why you do your music? Is that like your form of being independent? Is your music?
Um, n- Not necessarily. Music is just something that I've always been around my whole life. My dad was in a doo-wop group
Yeah,
when, like before I was born, and I grew up going to concerts with him, and then I discovered um, some of my favorite artists, and then the meet and greets, and I got to meet some of my favorite artists, and then like that's how I really started getting into music. And I started like singing at a young age. I did dance, I did um, some theater, so I did a little bit of everything. So
I love it. Shout out to everyone. Welcome to It Takes a Village with Jess. We have the amazing Kim Possible, who is she can everything is possible in her world. I swear it is. She is amazing. So make sure you guys hit her with a fave. Sorry y'all, I got just a little bit emotional. Thank you everyone. Thank you Teddy. We had chosen. I appreciate you. We have Steph and Teddy. Thank you everyone. Sorry everyone. Oh my god. Oh my God. Everyone, if you guys don't know why I am emotional, um, so as you guys know, I'm going for my top badge and we just completed the goal. So I'm emotional. Is there anything that you wish you've experienced that you haven't experienced yet?
um, no, I mean I think anything that I'm supposed to experience is gonna come in due time, and I mean, when I was in high school, I didn't really. I mean, I went to prom, but I didn't really have a prom date, so I didn't really get to have a dance with a guy or anything. So eventually, I would like to have like my first dance with a guy or something like that.
Oh, Kim, we have to throw you a prom. We have to throw, we have to do a prom on stream. And we have to do a prom. We have to do a prom on here. And matter of fact, are we going on to playlist?
Yeah.
We're going to playlist. Okay. We're you know what, Kim? We got it. You know what? We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. All right.
Okay.
All right. And what are the three? Boo Boo, can you write that down? Write that down. Goals for Kim prom. Okay. You already know what I have down. And what are the three happiest moments of your life so far?
Um, the three happiest moments of my life, I guess, just being alive, and um, just being grateful for the people who are consistently in my life and show up and are there for are genuinely there for me, and just to um just to just I don't know a third.
That's
I,
okay. That's okay. You know what though, Kim? You are amazing. Shout outs to your village, right? You are part of my village. My son is still making your hand, so I will be posting your hand. We were a little late on that, but you are part of my village. So thank you for being part of my village. Today's daily affirmation, y'all, is don't be a product of your circumstance, but be a product of your decision, right? And the decision is you are not allowing anything, your circumstance, your medical, anything to stop you from being the amazing you that you are, Kim. And I appreciate you. Um, you know what? Even though you're 32, like I said, You are amazing. You are going to be a fabulous mother. Whether it's a puppy mom, whether you adopt, whether whatever you choose to be, don't you, the sky is the limit, and you are going to be, your village did an amazing job with you. Now you are going to be raising somebody else's village. So thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being part of my village. And thank you so much for being part of my village. So make sure you guys hit Kim with a fave, and Kim, let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, so you guys can find me. Mondays I do a show called Pop Culture Hour at 10 p.m. Eastern. Jessica's gonna be a guest on it tomorrow night. Um, it's and I'm not gonna spoil what happens on the show or what's it about. I'm just gonna let you guys come and show up and learn about it on the spot. So
Tomorrow
um, yeah,
we're going to be on her show at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you guys hit her with a fave, because tomorrow I am a guest on her show. So make sure you guys hit her with a fave and write it down on your calendar. So, Kim, thank you so much for being part of my show. And make sure you guys hit her with a fave. And thank you so much, Kim Possible. I appreciate you. And like I said, thank you so much for being here.
thank you.
I appreciate you. All right, guys. All right. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. Oh my God. I know I'm probably gonna get in trouble, but y'all, we did it. We did it. Week one, y'all. Week one. Week one, y'all. We did the 250. We did 250. Guys, 250. We did it. Oh my God. We did it. We did it. I cannot believe it. All right. Now, quick question. Now we still gotta go for this 10 milli though. We still gotta do this. But I can't even believe it. Oh my God. Anyways, y'all. Oh my God. Y'all, the support and the love that you guys have shown me is unbelievable. Like, I am so emotional. I'm trying to get through the show, but let me just tell you guys, thank you. All right. Shout out to my top three gifters. Okay. We have Teddy, Steph, Chosen. All right. Poison, Best, Country, Spicy. I see you, Bombshell. I see you guys all here. Thank you guys so much. Now, this next person. Hi, Rella. All right, guys, listen, I am super emotional. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for everything. All right, now my next guest, she is my baby. I she's so dear to me. All right. Um, Poison Ivy, come through, boo. All right. So thank you guys. We did it.
Hi.
Hi, Queen. Hello.
Congratulations. I love it. Congratulations. You
Oh,
deserve it. You deserve
I'm trying not to cry. I can't even believe this. This is
it.
crazy. She's beautiful. Oh, yes, she is so dear to me. She's my little secret. She's where I go to when I'm not streaming. Um, all right. So tell everyone where they can find you, Queen.
So I don't have a set schedule when I stream. I do try to stream 3 times a week in the morning though, like when I'm getting ready for work. So I try to do it. It's usually 7 a.m. Eastern time. Hey everybody. And if I do stream at night, it's after 7 p.m. Eastern time. So
Okay.
no set
Um,
schedule. Sorry guys.
and she has a heart of gold. She is
Thank you.
just amazing. She is amazing, amazing, amazing. So with that being said, you already know. So
You're making me blush talking
are
about
you
it.
ready? All
I'm
right. So just like I asked, tell everybody, I'm
ready.
already emotional. So I was a mom at 21, right? 21 young mom. Um, tell me about you. Are you a mother?
I'm not a mother. I'm not
Not a
even a pet mom, actually.
You're
I'm
not a pet.
38. I'm not a mom, which is
38.
surprising to a lot of people. But I
That is
feel like I was in a relationship for a long time and I wasn't a fan of the father he was. Like, I don't want to say that. He was a good dad. He just wasn't the father that I wanted for my kid, if that makes
oh,
sense.
that makes total sense.
You
But
know?
before we go there, because that's a good juicy one, I
Yeah.
want people to know about your village.
Okay.
So tell me about your village, how because that's good because that says a lot because that's why I'm single. So that's we are going to bond on that one.
hmm
Um yeah, so tell me about your village. Who helped raise you as a child?
So I had my mom, I had my stepfather. I have two amazing godparents, like amazing. They are who I want my, that's how I want my relationship to be, is my godparents, not my
Mm,
parents, my godparents. But I have a bunch of brothers and sisters. My sister right above me, she also helped raise me a bit too. We helped raise each other actually.
I love that. I love that. So coming from that and right, because we talked about this coming from a Latin
hmm
household, does that have a lot to do too with children and your
Um,
raising children?
so it has a, I mean, it definitely plays a part. I do take a lot of things like Latin wise. We're supposed to be women, we're supposed to know how to cook and clean, and the men are supposed to take the trash out and be men. So some of that I would like to instill in, if I have any kids, the kids, but not completely. Like, I feel like we're raised to be housewives, you know and I, like, if I had a daughter, I want her to be an independent woman. I want her to do everything that she wants to do and realize she can, but also be a housewife. Let her know how to cook, because I could cook.
Everything,
Sure, she knows
right?
how. you
Everything.
know
I want to know everything. Okay, so now we can get to the juicy part
mm-hmm.
of you were in a long relationship.
Along, like, my whole life.
Okay.
My whole
Now
entire
tell us the whole thing. So in a relationship with this person.
I was in a relationship with this person on and off for a long time, since I was a teenager, and they constantly cheated, but I
Mm,
constantly got back with him. One of the times he cheated, he became a father. We ended up splitting up for 2 years, and then we got back together. But the father that he was, like I said, he was a good dad. I'm not taking away from him, but he wasn't the dad I wanted. Like, I wanted a dad who was gonna take the kid to the park, and I don't know. It just, to me, he wasn't good enough, if that makes sense.
no,
So
listen,
it definitely changed the dynamic of how I felt. So to me, it was like I didn't really want to have the kids with him. I didn't
you're not
really, you
anything.
know,
You're not saying anything because me, when I think of a father, I hold them not for nothing, but how best I am I hold them on a pedestal,
hmm
right? I hold them on a pedestal. So for me, a man, if I'm gonna be with you or with a man with a father, like I hold men on a pedestal when they're a father.
hmm
So
you know,
definitely,
and I can't be with somebody who's a bad dad. I
yeah,
can't, like, I'm
absolutely,
sorry. I definitely have standards to the type of father that you should be, even to
absolutely,
kids that aren't my own.
exactly. So why? So question: do you feel like you missed out not being raised by both parents in the same household?
No. I don't feel like I missed out because my stepfather was the father. So my mom
Ooh,
got with him when I was 4, and don't get me wrong, he wasn't the best father, but he was a father, and so I had a mom and dad. It's just that my mom and dad were like party mom and dads, so
I get it. I get it. I get it. And so, And just like I asked him, like, what do you define as home?
So you use the word like you took it right out of my mouth. Home is where I feel safe. So it's not just my home. I don't have like a million things. Home is where I feel safe. So I'm home when I'm at my mom's. I'm home when I'm at my sister's. I'm home when I'm at mine, my house. So home is where I'm safe.
I love it. And another question, right? So what are the pros and cons of not being a parent in your 30s?
The pros are you get to do whatever the hell you want. Um,
Okay.
the cons are I feel like you're missing out on stuff. You know, like you're
I
missing out on raising that kid. I love my sisters have kids, so I love being around children. So, I feel like you miss out on that, but you also get to do whatever you want.
you have regrets.
I do. I do have regrets. Like I feel like I should have left my ex way sooner.
Mhm.
1,000%.
You know what, I think about that constantly, right? I think about that with I don't think anybody will ever understand, like, when we're young and we fall in love, we always, I don't think people will ever, they'll be like, why didn't you leave sooner and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's because
Hard.
when we fall in love, right, we're passionate. When we fall in love, we fall in love, right? We think of that happily ever after. We think maybe we'll change them. We hope,
Hmm.
we think of, it's hard to explain. We can't explain it, but we give that chances, right? But once we're done, we're done. But
Yep.
we give those chances. Um, but
Yeah, because even when we say we're done, it doesn't mean that we're done. It could just mean that we want to be done and we're just not. We're just
yeah,
not.
your heart, you have to let your heart, especially young, right? Especially at that young age, we didn't think about that.
Yep.
Especially young. At that young age, we weren't young.
13 when I got with him.
You were how
Like
old?
13.
Oh yeah. That
So
you
like
were.
we grew up together in the sense where like even when he was cheating, I was like, whatever, we're young. When he's older, we're gonna be perfect. Let him get it out of the system now. Like I didn't care too much. I cared, but I didn't because I was just like, whatever, we're gonna get married and when we're old and have kids.
Yeah,
It's
that
just
was your village. He was
right.
what, that's all you knew. So it's hard to
Mhm.
explain that to, that's all you knew. It's hard to explain that, especially like me. I didn't have a father. I didn't know any better. I just, all right, we'll get over it. You put it to the side. Every day's a new day, you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
now, how do you want children now? Especially being older.
So I want kids. I'm okay if I don't have kids though, because I am older. So I feel like I don't want to put that pressure on myself to be like, oh no, you have to have kids. I feel like I have a few years left, a few good years. And if it happens, wonderful, but I'm okay with not having kids. However, the person that I date, I want them to have children.
Hmm.
Like,
See,
you could adopt. I know I could adopt always. I'm just talking about making the baby myself. I only have a few years. I could adopt.
I always say that. I'm like, I'm like this. I want, I want more, but I'm like, I'm almost to 40. I'm almost to 40. I don't know if I want to start over again because, my son's almost in high school to start over again. I don't know if I want to start over again. But if I found the right one and we were financially stable, maybe I would start all over again. I
I
don't know.
think
I gotta
that
be the right person.
my sister's kids are 10 years apart. So when she got pregnant, she was like, I don't know. But when she talks about it now, she's like, I love that they're so far apart. And she thought that they wouldn't be close, but they're so close because he looked at it like, oh, it's a baby. Like, that's my baby. So, and it happens to be she had a boy and then a girl. So he's like, that's my little baby, like, that's my little sister.
So do you feel though that there's pressure of other people like looking at you like what's wrong? Like even me, right? Like what's wrong? Why don't you? Because I hear that a lot, especially like on this app, like why don't you? What's wrong with you that you don't? So Do you ever go through that experience? Because I feel like women get that pressure, like, what's wrong with you? Why don't you have children? Do you ever go through that stereotype?
1,000%. First of
And
all,
what does that feel like?
when you grow up in a Latin household, it's like you're just supposed to be baby makers. So when you don't, first of all, I've got asked if I was a lesbian by my family, not even just strangers, by my family. And I'm like, you guys have seen me with the same person for years. Like, what is going on? Um, I get asked all the time. And you know what's crazy? So one time I went to the doctor, the female doctor,
Mm,
and I was 27 at the time. And
mm,
they ask you the normal questions. It was my first time going to that one. And
mhm.
he said to me, "Do you have kids?" So I was like, "No." So then he said, "Even terminated ones." And I was like, "Well, no, like never." So then the doctor said, "Really?" And I was like, "Yes, really. Like, that's very judgmental." And I'm like, "Yes, really, actually." So I feel like we get it everywhere. Even at 27, I was 27. I'll never forget that. My first and last time I went to that man, super harsh. Like, and then it's like, I feel like you guys don't know if people can have children. I'm luckily, knock on wood, I'm fine, but stop asking females when they're going to have kids.
I think, and that's why I wanted you on the show, because I think people forget, and even men too. Like, don't ask people. People have their own journey. I think, and that's why it's so important, right, on the show to ask that. You guys don't know why people don't have children. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Stop asking.
Like, don't stop asking. People's story is different, or say what's wrong with you. Like, there's nothing wrong with people. Everyone's journey is different, and I think that's why I wanted this, right? It takes a village, y'all. And these are uncomfortable topics, and she's been with me from the beginning. She's like, just, I was like, no, this is gonna be a little bit different. She's like, I don't have kids. This is about us. This is our family,
Mhm.
this is our upbringing. Your story is relatable to most people. We are There are people here, men and women, that don't have children, and that's okay. I
Yep.
never wanted kids until I was in my 30s, because that's the right time I wanted children. And it's okay. You doing it just right. Your time is your time. And like she said, I want to do it with the right person.
Hmm.
And her person is just hasn't been yet. Hi, Jen. So it's all right. Like I said, your story is your story, and I hope that you find the perfect person. And if he doesn't come, so be it. You make your
Yeah.
own, or you go through your own path, like I said. But now, question: if you could have pictured the perfect upbringing, what could that? What would that have looked like to you?
Um, I love my parents. I do, but I feel like they weren't there for us as parents. Like, so in the like, to me, I feel like the perfect upbringing would be that TV life, like that TV family where
Mhm.
everything is happy. And I know that it's not realistic. Like, we obviously all go through stuff, but like, my family is crazy.
Yeah,
So if they
absolutely.
could be just a little less crazy, that would be great.
It's crazy. I always say I kind of like my crazy family. The only
Mhm.
thing I do wish is like communication, right? I wish that like the little stuff, like more communication. Yes,
Mhm.
less yelling.
Oh yeah,
You know,
there was a lot of yelling and like a lot.
yeah,
But you know
like
what?
things like that. I wish things
Counseling.
were like,
I feel like counseling shouldn't have been so taboo because my parents
yeah,
definitely needed it. Like,
yeah. Counseling was taboo in a Latin household.
yes, it still
Oh
is in
no.
most households. Like, and it's crazy. Like, it's not. It's okay. It's okay to not be okay. And I feel like people don't understand that. Like, it's okay to not be okay, and people need to learn to accept that. Because when I'm not okay, I'm so vocal. Like, in any relationship that I've been in, any, and that's not just like with men, it's friendships. I'm so vocal. Like I'm so vocal. If something bothers me, I'm gonna express it.
Mm.
And I
I'm
think that that actually is why I'm less crazy, I think, than my family. And that's why I was labeled the bad kid too, because I've always been like that. I've always been like that. If you ask my mom who was the bad kid, she would say me.
Oh my goodness. That's funny. I was the black sheep too. I was the fighter, so I can't say nothing. I was.
I was the
I was the
fighter.
old I'm the only child, but I was the oldest cousin. I was the fighter. I was the crazy one.
Mhm.
I was quiet, but I was the fighter. I always wanted to fight, so trust me. But it's because I held everything in because I couldn't go to counseling because it was taboo in the Latin household. You can't talk about it. That was it. So I'm with you there. Yes. All right. So has your childhood experience affected the way you think about parenting?
Yes,
And what would that be?
100%. Like, not that I want to be the opposite, but I feel like I think it affects anybody's parenting. So I want to learn from their mistakes, is the best
Mm,
thing that I can say.
I don't know. This question got me watery. This question got me my eyes watery. I always say, right, there's no perfect book
Hmm.
how to be the perfect parent, right? I love my parents, right? But just like everybody in this chat, um, especially our parents and especially in our 30s and almost 40s, our parents, and if you guys know, they had a struggle. Work, money was everything to them, y'all.
Hmm.
So working, especially if you grew up in the hood, everything had to be working, trying to provide for us. So they weren't there. So working, frustration, so a lot of yelling, a lot of working, so the communication, everything was just messed up, you know what I mean? So I think for me, I took my work ethics from my parents,
Hmm.
but the nurturing aspect, I wanted to love on my son, so I took the work aspect of it and I applied that. But as far as like fixing the yelling, the all that aspect, I switched that around. I wanted to love on my child, so I took all the bad and I flipped it around. And but all the good my parents did, like the camping and all the fun
Hmm.
stuff, I took all the good from my parents and I applied it to me being a good parent. And all the bad, I switched it up. And so that's what I love about when you become a parent, you get to take all the good from your parents and apply it and keep those generation and those routines going. But all the bad, you can flip it over and start over again. So I love it.
But I think that's how we are as humans, because while our parents they weren't perfect, as nobody's parents are. I feel like they had their own trauma too. So they tried to take what they knew and what was good from their past and move it forward and take away the bad. And it's just sometimes they don't know how to do it. You don't know how to do it. Nobody has a parent manual.
At
So
all.
right. So you
Right.
just have to go with the flow
Love it.
and trust yourself.
That's right. So, welcome everyone to It Takes a Village with Jess. I appreciate all the love and support, y'all. We got it, y'all. So, anyways, make sure you guys hit. Oh, she changed her name, y'all. It's
Right.
Purple Poison. I
This is
know her
the
as
name.
Ivy.
Right.
So,
This is the name.
shout out to Teddy, Steph, and Chosen who got me there, y'all. We got 250 for our top badge application. So I'm going for top badge, y'all. So I am so happy. I couldn't have done it without you guys. I'm super emotional today. I am super emotional. I feel so loved. So we're gonna celebrate after this.
Mhm.
But I have my girl here. So um before I still have questions for her, but before she goes, I have to tell you guys
Not bad,
an
Jess. Hello.
affirmation. It says, I'm so sorry, I'm so emotional, y'all. It says, don't be a product of your circumstance. Be a product of your decision.
Hmm.
And I hold that in every aspect. And one more time, it says, don't be a product of your circumstance, be a product of your decision. And that is a an affirmation for every one of you guys. All right. Purple,
And
first and foremost, once again, Queen, thank you so much. You are
no,
just
thank you for
amazing. Now,
having me.
question, how do you want to be remembered in your parents' eyes?
I just want them to be proud. Like I don't like that's it. I just want them to be proud. And I feel like my mom says it all the time. Like she says it all. She's like, I may not have been the best mom, and she's like, but you're an amazing child. So I was like, oh, thanks. You know, she can't call me an amazing mom, but she says it to my sisters too. Like we we did the best that we could because when my mom left my father, we were poor. You know,
Mm,
like my mom was working at Burger King with two kids. So two
mm,
kids under three.
yeah.
So she was doing the best she can. And there's a lot of stuff too that like my mom has like mom guilt, you know? And I
Oh,
see it all the time. Like all my friends that are mom, everybody has mom guilt. And it's like it doesn't matter how great of a job you're doing. It's like moms just think they suck. Like it's they always think that they're doing something wrong. And I have so many friends with kids, my sisters, like everybody, and it's like, you guys are great. Like guys,
yeah.
tell people that they're doing a great job. That's how I look
Oh,
at it. Tell moms that you're doing great.
if you guys don't know who she is and you haven't gone to Purple Poison Stream, this is what she is all the time. Like she legit uplifts people. People
A
can go and
thousand.
try to troll her, and she's like, "Okay, well, I hope that you have a wonderful day." Like this is I've been keeping her a secret to myself, y'all. But I think it's time for the world to see her, especially the streaming world. If you guys have not favored her, like her soul is so beautiful.
Thank
So
you.
make sure you guys hit her with a fave, love on her because she is beautiful, like inside and out. And she really is dear to my heart. Like there, that's where I sneak to. Like when I want to run away, that's where I sneak to. So make sure you guys favor her, like, but protect her. Don't go over there and some sneaky mean stuff because I kick you. All right. And so another question. Is there something that you wish you experienced that you haven't experienced yet?
Um, so I mean, I would like to say motherhood, I guess. You know, but I feel like I kind of experienced it with my ex's child, you know, but I guess motherhood would be the only thing that I feel like I should experience.
Okay. And what are the three happiest moments in your life so far?
I don't know if I have three happiest moments. You know, I saw you ask him and I was like, damn, three? I don't know. I feel like I try to be happy every day.
Hmm.
So I think that's a one I want to say one thing. After I
Okay.
left my ex, I feel like I learned who I was. So I think to
Mm,
me, like learning who I was my happiest moment because I have a bunch, like I have a bunch of kids in my family. I have a bunch of like happy moments, but I think leaving and finding out who I was probably my happiest moment, you
I
know?
agree with
So
I agree with you 100%. But you guys, amazing, amazing. Purple, you are just so amazing,
you're
so
amazing.
amazing.
You're
Thank
amazing,
you.
top badge Jessica. Hello? Hello?
Guys, we try not to. So something about me and Purple, what we've been talking about is we're like, all right, we're gonna try not to cry today.
Mhm.
We did pretty good.
We did
We didn't cry today.
we did good. You did good.
We did
She gets
good.
me every time I'm here.
We
She
did
gets me
good. We
every
didn't cry
time.
today. We didn't. I held it together. But
Mhm.
one more time, Purple, for those people that just came in, um, let them know one more time where they can find you.
So I do a morning stream 3 times a week. So 7 a.m. Eastern time. Sometimes it's a little bit early, but I'm usually there 7 to 9. And then I do stream at night. I don't have a set schedule. So, guys, I do it 3 times a week in the morning, and I try to do 2 or 3 times a week at night, 7 p.m., after 7 p.m.
So there you go. So thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you guys. And remember, y'all, only because people are in their mid 30s and don't have children, don't ask why. It's none young. None
Guys,
young.
people. Some people are trying too, you know? Like, I've had friends that have been trying to have kids, and when you ask them why they don't have kids, it hurts them. So just stop asking. Mind your business.
Mind you. Mind you.
Period.
There
Mind
you
your
go.
business.
Period. There you go.
Gotta have-
Facts. Bye, Purple. Thank you so much, Queen. I appreciate you. Um, Welcome everyone to It Takes a Village with Jess. And by the way, if you guys are here, make sure you guys follow my Smurfy. She has a show at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Smurfy. Can you guys let them know? Because we have a few minutes. Can you let them know what you got going on? Please. Please. Because we're going to be heading over there. We got a few minutes to kill. All right. Thank you very much. Karome, thank you.
I wasn't ready. I was getting,
Thank you.
I was typing it out, and I thought, oh no, she wants me to get in the box.
No, I want you to come in and let everybody know where we're going
I
next.
wasn't ready. Okay, so at 3 p.m. Eastern, I've launched an 8-week training program on the app with 8 amazing streamers. We are teaching the streaming community about soft skills, fundamental soft skills that will develop you in life. And on the app, there are things that you can learn. So last week, oh gosh, who do we have on last week? We had Doc last week teaching us about leadership. The first week we had Chosen, who taught us about career advancement, and today we've got Black Engineer teaching us about importance of networking. And then next week we've got Top Badge Girl Gotti. So it's all on Instagram. If you would like to be on when we continue after this 8 weeks, please hit me up on IG. You're more than welcome to come on. But yeah, just bringing something slightly different to the streaming world, but things that will actually help people develop in life.
So hit Smurfy with a fave and let's go on over in 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes.
On a second device, because you're celebrating in 15, okay? You need to celebrate this. You need to snapshot it, send it to Melody. Top Badge is loaded. Hello.
Stop backloading! Smurfy, I love you. Guys, oh my goodness. Oh my God. I cannot believe it. I love you, Smurfy. I love you guys, Young Lord Smurfy, everybody. Oh my Lord, y'all. Thank you guys so much. All right. So, anyways, thank you everyone for It Takes a Village with Jess. Everyone, thank you guys so much for coming through. So, one more time, I love to end. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Purple Poison. One more time, shout out to my top 3 gifters. Okay, let's see who those are. We have Teddy, Steph, and Chosen. Um, we have my daily affirmation. All right, daily affirmation is don't be a product of your circumstance. All right, be a product of your decision. um my second segment is usually with my son. Right, my second segment is usually with my son, and what to do with your kids um during COVID. So I don't know if you guys know, but me and my kid had COVID during this whole all this craziness. So what do you do when you have COVID with your children, right? A lot of people put their kids away. Love you, young Lord. Thank you so much for coming through. What do you do when you have COVID with your children, right? As many of you know, I had COVID. So what we did is literally me and my kid, we talked between the doors and we played battleships. That's what we did. Legit. Just That's what we did. You guys are so amazing. So I always like to hear what people did with their kids. So another little segment that I like to do with your family is